So here we are in front of the newly renovated Folger Shakespeare Library, open again for the first time since December 2019. And the library is located at the corner of 2nd and East Capitol Street, just 2 blocks from the U.S. Capitol where Congress meets. And its location is significant because when it opened for the first time in 1932, it was designed to be the gift to the American people of the largest Shakespeare collection in the world by the Folgers, by Henry Clay Folger and Emily Folger, who selected this site very deliberately so as to mark it as a gift to the people. So the entrance that I originally went in is the one up there on the ground level, but with the renovations, the new entrance is now down below. So let's go down and visit one of my favorite places in the world. So now we get to the central question of the relationship between New Bibliographical Inquiry and the Folger Shakespeare Library, because now I'm standing in front of the glass wall behind which are 82 copies of the Shakespeare First Folio, which is the heart of the Folger collection, the pride of the Folger collection. The Shakespeare First Folio is the short form that we use for the first collected works of Shakespeare, which were titled The Comedies, Histories, and Tragedies of Master William Shakespeare. The book dates from 1623, and it pretty much stands for Shakespeare. It has 36 of his plays, and so it has most of the plays that now we think to be his. While the Folger after renovation is much more inclusive than it ever was, there are still spaces in the Folger which are devoted exclusively to research. And we are in the reading room, one of these spaces right now. I remember walking through those doors in 1975 for the first time in the morning and looking around this magnificent room, which is modeled on a Tudor banqueting hall, and looking at the far end and seeing the portraits of the founders of this library, the Folgers, whose ashes are actually in this room as well, and being so impressed with the place, being absolutely agog, so that I think my jaw fell open, and I don't really think I closed my mouth until probably lunchtime that day. When I was here in 1982 working on the Variorum for the first time, I had no idea that it was going to become my life's work. So here we are now in the Folger Library Theater, which was built, like the rest of the original library, in 1932. And there have been on this stage productions of Shakespeare's plays and other plays. And the features that are particularly notable are the galleries, the 3 galleries that go around the perimeter of the theater. And behind me, the pillars are there, and you can't really see much of the other one. It's behind this part of the set here, two big pillars. And then up top, the gallery at the back, known as the Lord's Room, the most expensive seats in the house, the place where the most important people sat, if, of course, they didn't choose to display themselves even more by buying stools to sit on the edge of the stage itself. So now we have moved down to the stacks, the open stacks of the library, where you can get the sense of how much this Shakespeare, how big this Shakespeare collection is. This being the largest collection of Shakespeare scholarship in the world. And it just goes, as you can see, just goes on and on and on, because so much has been written about this writer over time, and the Folger has been so diligent in collecting as much of it as one possibly could. This is the material that the Variorum edition of Shakespeare tries to digest for each work in what used to be its volumes and now are its website. And I'm looking forward, with retirement, to coming back here and working in this library and coming down to these stacks as I continue on the new Variorum Shakespeare Romeo and Juliet.